told y'all we are back with another video. Now look, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jay Mid, and look, y'all, we are back finally with another video. Now, before we do anything, I appreciate all y'all for love and support. We are starting the road to 5K subs, so make sure that the like, subscribe button for your boy Jay Mid, Glove Motion, all 2025. Now, like I told y'all in this video, it's gonna be a long 40-minute video. We got a lot to talk about, got a lot of things to cover, and just see what's going on in the 2K community. So somebody sent me this tweet. Now, Power DF says, when are we finally going to move on from a game that was dropped 10 years ago? Don't y'all want something new, or do people just want to repeat the past forever? I enjoyed it too, but I'm not trying to relive it. Now, he's been saying a lot more things than this, but my first thing is this, right? Thoughts on this. Am I surprised that he says, because y'all hit me up and like, hey man, did you see the stuff that Power DF has been saying on Twitter? It's mind blowing. But is it really mind blowing? This is the same Power DF that went on 2K TV and had a full on suit on, like he was speaking at a presidential election or something like that. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just saying, I'm not surprised, right? But it's very interesting in the reply that I see. So someone replies to Power DF and says, or maybe, just maybe that game was better, right? And then this is an interesting comment. So there's a comment from Frankie Hen, right? They don't want to admit that. They just want to kiss up to 2K whenever they can so they can work with them and sell out instead of advocating for something better. Now, 2K community and YouTube, right? Who does that sound like they're explaining? And at first, I thought maybe Dimework was in the runner-up for, being Stacks Montana 2.0, right? But I'm starting to think, just maybe think, that Power DF is going to be a first-round pick to be the Stacks Montana 3.0. Because that comment, that reply from Frankie Hen explains exactly what happened to Stacks Montana, right? Now, here's what I will say, okay? And then you also have the people out there saying there's people losing rep and things like that. Again, let's look at the devs. Why we look at the devs? Because these are previous issues from previous 2Ks that are still issues. So anybody out there that feels like, bro, the devs shouldn't be getting as much as hate, why are issues from previous games, right, are popping back up, reoccurring? So that tells me whatever they've been doing, it isn't working, right? Then I took a trip to Power DF's YouTube channel. And I look and I'm like, Power DF has built a platform and a community and a clan to where he's built over 700,000 plus subscribers, right? But Power DF, one thing that I notice, right, when I pay attention to what I see on your channel, brother, your own community, they don't like NBA 2K25, right? Now, here's how I look at it. When you are sitting here trying to defend the game and say, y'all are just complaining, dog, your community don't like this game. And I know you see these things, but to you, it don't bother you, probably, right? Now, I don't know if that's because 2K has an offer for you or they have an offer or, a deal, whatever it is, right? An opportunity, whatever it is. But we saw how things ended up looking for Stacks Montana, and Stacks Montana has over 1 million. Now, I'm not channel watching or anything like that. I'm just telling y'all what I see bound to happen, okay? Because we all know Power DF is supposed to have way more than that, okay? Now, some of y'all probably be like, bro, you tripping. If that's me, I'd be happy to have even 500 viewers, but you don't have over 700,000 subs, right? So obviously it's different, okay? It's different. And I'm not channel watching. I'm just saying this looks exactly how it looked for Stacks, right? So, and again, for y'all gonna be like, bro, you only showed the latest. You didn't show his other ones. Well, let's look at the other ones. So let's count. 1.4 2 weeks ago, right? 2.2 2 weeks ago, right? 1.2, 2.1, 1.9, 1.7, right? Now I want to show you something real quick, right? Clearly, Power DF's community does not like NBA 2K25, right? Let's go show you something to where this is proof when a community actually likes the game. Duke Dennis. All of y'all know who Duke Dennis is now and today. But let's go back to where Duke Dennis was just Duke Dennis and he wasn't a part of AMP. So I decided to go back to a 2K19 era to where the game, like I said, was really fun. It wasn't slow motion, slow animation based, all types of stuff like that. It was a responsive game. It was consistent at times, right? It was fun. That's the whole point. Duke Dennis, 6 years ago, right? 1.1 million views in a live stream. Mind you, when these live streams, these are totaling aftermath. So it could have been when he was live and after live. Duke Dennis, when he streamed 2K19, 2.4 mil, 1.2 mil, 3.1 mil, right? Like I said with Jay, this is different because Duke is a bigger name than Power. 6 years ago, Duke Dennis was just Duke Dennis. Power has he has built his own community. He has built his platform. He has a clan. My whole point is his community don't like the current state of 2K25. So I don't see why he's defending this game if his own community don't like it. And if he likes it, I would love to, like I said, to have that debate, not only with other creators with me, but the community for him to sit here and explain why he likes the game or why he feels the game is fine. I want to know. That's what I want to know. I promise you, I'm not channel hopping. I just compared it because I want y'all to see when a community actually likes game and a community doesn't like the game. Okay? Because I can see some of y'all now, y'all probably mad that y'all can't even pull 1,000 views per video or something like that. And y'all like, bro, that's crazy. If it was me, I would be happy to have that. Right? That's not what we doing here. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to show you when a community doesn't like a game and when a community likes a game. Now, Duke Dennis, at this point, it's look, hitting, what does it say? Where's the thing at? Hitting 300K live, right? So this 6 years ago, he hitting 300K, 50K. The next one, 1.1 mil. Like, the community was different back then because the game was something to watch. It was fun to watch and it was actually playable, right? Then I want to get to a comment, not even a comment, but a DM. Now I told you anybody can DM me and ask me anything, right? But this one I have to put this on the video. So I'm not gonna say no names. This person DM'd me saying, you keep saying some previous 2Ks were not focused on the sport, yet you have no proof of that on any mode. LOL. And I hate to do this. Now I don't know if this is your first year being a part of the 2K community or, the first time you've seen NBA 2K, but clearly you haven't been paying attention, right? So let's start with 2K22 because 2K21 didn't play it, wasn't a part of it, so I can't speak on it. You see what I'm saying? 2K22, they had you in a booth with the game making music. Yes, the game meaning the rapper. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. They had you in the booth, right? Making music. Now, I want to also say this, right? I'm going to give credit to the people in the screenshots that I'm about to be using. So it was Chris Move, JG, Rebel Lee Gaming, and Boss Move Gaming. I use their screenshots. Anytime I use something that's not mine, I want to give credit to the person that it is, right? So if they ever see this video, shout out to them, right? That's their channel names. But clearly, in 2K22, you trying to be a rapper making music with the game has nothing to do with basketball. That's number one, right? Y'all tell me what that got to do with basketball. Number two, NBA 2K23. What does this have to do with basketball? They have you doing side quests with Halloween costumes, doing TikToks. Mind you, your my player supposed to be a grown ass man on doing side quests, doing TikToks. So that's two of them, two 2Ks, to where they weren't focused on the sport and they were focused on other things. 2K22, they had you focused in the booth making music. 2K23, they have you doing side quests and Halloween costumes for leggings, right? And jogging pants with TikToks, right? I don't know. And they tried to put this off-brand Simone Biles in the game, which shout out to Simone Biles, but that's not Simone Biles, bro. Right? If I pronounce her name the correct way, but y'all know who I'm talking about, right? And then I want to say this 2K19, when you play that storyline, right? What did they start you off with? They started you off in a scene, your players in overseas in China playing basketball, right? So clearly, there's been times, and that's why I always say 2K19 was the last most fun 2K because they were focused on the sport, right? When you look at 2K19 storyline, it was focused on basketball. Same, and I know, also, bro, 2K16 was more than a storyline. It was a movie, bro. 2K16 had a movie, okay? And I don't, if I was 2K right now, I'd be on the phone right now dialing Spike Lee's number, trying to see what type of offer can we get him back so he can make another movie for their game. You know what I'm saying? Because he made a movie. That wasn't even just a storyline. It was a movie. Epic. 2K14, the rookie showcase. It starts you off basketball. 2K15, you're in a penthouse look waiting to get drafted. Basketball. I can keep going. Right? Even 2K18 that had you in the neighborhood. Yes, 2K18 was not a good 2K. It was not, but it's still focused on the sport. Even though that was one of the worst 2Ks of all time, yes, it was, it's still focused on basketball. It seems like ever since these next gen games came out, they focused on everything else except basketball. And I don't know about y'all, but that's very disappointing and it's very, unhappy to be a part of. Because it's like these consoles, well, I don't know how much a PS5 costs now. I'm pretty sure it used to go for what, 500, 400, even probably some people even got this for 800, which not me, you know what I'm saying? But these consoles aren't cheap. And when people are thinking to see these, next gen games are going to be super fun and more responsive, it was completely the opposite. It went from being unresponsive to boring and very and slower. You know what I'm saying? So I look at these things and I'm like, how can people sit here and defend the game? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me, right? But for the rest of this video, I'm gonna get to y'all comments. So let's get to it. All right. So let me see here. Get to a couple of comments and we'll get up out of here, y'all. So now we have a comment from PR Shot 10 days ago. I stopped playing 2K for this exact same reason. Like you said, can't find people right now. They are depressed playing 2K. I was depressed off a video game. I even got to vet 2 and never got a boost reward because I'm elite. So, I played 1,000+ hours. I couldn't play it no more. No matter how much you love basketball or NBA 2K, it's just depressing. And since Ronnie confirmed the slingshot effect, although we knew that was going on, I stopped playing for good. I don't blame you, bro. I do not blame you whatsoever, bro. Like I told you, y'all see, like I said, I play when I feel like playing. I don't play the game. I don't stream the game often because it is not that type of game. And sometimes I don't even feel like I'm playing a video game. I feel like I'm playing something that is playing it's like they decide when stuff can happen, right? But I feel like it's not even a video game experience because a video game experience, you're supposed to have full control of the overall experience of what's going on. And it feels like when you play this game, you're not having that. You see what I'm saying? You're getting all types of, unresponsive things gameplay wise, right? But 2K, they want to focus on face paint, right? All of these tanks, space suits, mascots, all of this boring stuff, TikTok dances, things that has nothing to do with basketball, make that their focus. So, like I said, and that's why, like I said before, I want to have the debate with the 2K community, right? Because I feel like once we have that debate and the community is involved and they're a part of it, a lot more people would be honest instead of being afraid to speak up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired. I'm very tired of seeing 2K put out a game and they do it to themselves, right? They like the things I just showed you to the person that tried to question me, say like, oh, like you said they don't focus on the sport, but you had no proof of that. I just showed you proof of that in 2Ks. They have Joe Player making music, and then they got you doing TikTok dances. Like, bro, what are we talking about? Then you got a comment right here from Scott Farley. He says he hates it. Sure, I hate it too. I ain't gonna lie, but I got reasons why. Like, and again, if we have the debate, and you might have people to where they might be like, "Oh, bro, like I like the game." Well, tell me why, right? Tell the people in the space why you like the game. Don't just sit there and say I like the game, right? Because you know what I've noticed, a lot of people that say they like the game, they don't upload. They have no footage of them playing the game, but they so called love the game, right? They always defend the game. Power DF, you haven't uploaded in a month, a video wise in a month. I don't know if you be on other platforms. Like I said, I don't be paying attention to all that stuff, but all I know is you haven't uploaded in a month video wise, right? So if you are saying there's nothing really going on with 2K, then I want to like, what's going on with that? Now I don't know your schedule, I don't things like that. I'm just saying it's kind of that's not normal to me, right? We see how the streaming stuff is looking. Your community, they don't like the game, right? Numbers is that the numbers show your community they don't really rock with the game like that. You ain't uploading a month. Like I want to know, Power DF, if you like this game, explain why. Splashy tweeted out a couple of hours ago saying this stuff. What I just said about if people like this game, please explain why. And shout out to Splashy. He's really got the game as well. Former 2K League player. Same thing with Chalk. Chalk went from saying, you know, 2K not that bad, and then you go on Chalk's Twitter and he's like, "Bro, this is the worst 2K." But and it's same thing like I told you, it's because we're talking about right now on what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? Like it doesn't feel like a video game sometimes, right? Because a lot of y'all gonna be like, well, bro, like y'all don't be good and y'all be saying the game bad. Well, I just named you two people who are good at the game. Uh Splashy Edition and Chalk. Two former 2K League players stating this terrible game. They don't like the game. And they're good at the game, right? I don't even gotta be it's just that you don't even gotta be good to it shouldn't even be you got to be good to have fun and enjoyment. You know how many players had terrible percents of winning wise in 2K19, but they still would play the game every single day strictly because the game was fun. It was fun. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Even if there was let's say you had a flat reacts or a cash nasty in your park or something like that, right? You had a losing record. If you had a losing record, you're gonna play them. You be like, hey, we lose, we playing them again. The vibes is good. It's fun. Nowadays, it's not fun, dog. It's not. It's boring. It is terrible. Let me get another comment. Let me have a comment from Morpheus. The only thing I didn't like about 24 was bad regression. Other than that, I was hooping on 24, 23, and 22. And 20, to be honest, after 24, I knew I wasn't buying 25, especially when they releasing news about like rhythm shooting and RNG. I still don't like the fact that Ronnie can say something about a slingshot method, delete it, and it gets like act like it didn't happen. I feel like something should have happened when he said that because meaning like like some 2K should have come out with a statement saying something because you a slingshot method and notice how they know about this stuff. Like Ronnie already knew about it. As we play the game, we would figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they didn't tell us things that they knew people wouldn't want. They knew people if they would have told us about a slingshot method in the game, you know people would have been like they're not gonna play 25. They don't want to be a part of that, bro. Yeah, people would still, buy the game and play the game, but people that will realize like a slingshot method, we know what he's talking about, they'd be like, yeah, I'm good on that. I don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Heavy RNG, I don't want to deal with that. Right? So I just feel like a lot of things. I just feel like if we have that debate and a lot of things are said and we actually speak our mind, maybe just maybe something can happen with 2K going forward. Maybe. I don't think sometimes y'all realize the power of your voice. Like that. That is a very strong power. Some of y'all don't realize it because you're afraid to use it. You know what I'm saying? But your voice is a power that can change a lot, right? And like I said, that's why I want to have the debate with the community as well. But you get to the comment. We have a comment from Mo Money Gaming. He says 24 is trash too. But I'm already knowing 24 is not a good game. Like, and that's what I said in the video. I was like, a lot of y'all like going back to 24 is a bad look because all the devs are gonna do is say, well, y'all said 24 was horrible, but y'all went back to go play it, right? In your mind, you know you don't like 24, but you just want to get away from 25. But the devs, they're not gonna use that because they're just gonna say y'all went back to 24. That's why I'm not doing all of that. I'm not doing that. Then you got to think about the people that still play 24. They're the same people that play 25. All right, now we got to come from the KJ33 2 weeks ago. It's just about finding a build that fits you more, so a person of mind to the skill set behind the controller. None of the 2Ks was trash. It was just success you personally have in it. Now, I'm not agreeing with this. Okay, I don't know if I want to read the full comment when you said none of the 2Ks was trash. Dog, dog. Just go look at my recent video, bro. None of the 2Ks were trash. I mean, yeah, that's your opinion, but did you even explain why they weren't trash? I mean, let me read this. Truthfully, a lot of gamers be playing for fun on average and not really try winning. It aggravates people who are really trying to hoop. For me personally, it's not fun if winning isn't involved. I'm 32, so I'm unk status now. However, it's not about young or old. Some people are just not skilled or have the IQ. I personally experienced both sides. It's literally people right now who are veterans only play because the game, a lot of grinding for Capric. It's not because they're super good. Build videos are good to watch only to learn the idea truthfully of what's the playing field is like. Here's my thing, bro. And like I said, you got your opinion. To say none of these 2Ks are trash is insane to say, first of all, right? Second of all, build videos are bad right now because people that make build videos are not telling you the weaknesses and what the build is like the reality of the build that they're explaining. And I'm talking about anybody, right? They'll make the build video. They'll tell you everything's so good about the build and right, but they'll never tell you if you should make it. Like, oh, like should you make this build? They just like, bro, man, this is the best build. I'm telling y'all, y'all gotta make this. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe if you made a video, it would be different, right? But I'm just going off of what I've been seeing in the community. What I see in the community is a lot of people just trying to tell you the build is really good, and the whole entire time it's good for them and not people that's watching the video, right? And then when it comes to IQ, like you said, yeah, based on experience, your experience, you had both issues. My experience, I deal with a lot of people up to age to where they just lack fundamentals, and I even have a video explaining, showing what I'm talking about, right? But like I said, yeah, it's complicated, but I'm not gonna agree on none of the 2Ks were trash. I mean, we just saw two 2Ks where they're not even focused on the sport. This two cannot even focus on the sport. All right, now we have a comment. Let me see real quick, y'all. Now we have a comment from two-way 2K23. I don't know what you mean by 2K23. I guess. Now we have a comment from DT Bangs 2 weeks ago. Jay, I think it's not the game, it's the players, and I stand on that. I mean, it's both. It's both. As ZD says, you stand alone. Yeah, I mean, it's really both, but the game is more the blame because the direction is not focused on the sport. The game is not focused. Hold on, focused on the sport. That's why 2K deserves the blame. That's why is this autocorrect? Why 2K deserves most of the blame. By the way, fun fact: your boy did go to the spelling bee. I didn't win though, but I did make it out of my class. That was fifth grade. Yeah, I was fifth grade. Um, but yeah, let's get to another comment though. Comment from Birdman's 1320 schedule is an indie game created for $0 and it's killing 2K on viewership. But people will say it's not 2K's fault that their viewership is trash. It's funny how people can say that, bro. Like, people be like, oh, bro, it's not 2K's fault. Like, yes, it is. It is 2K's fault because they're not focused on basketball. They're not. They're not focused on basketball whatsoever. To see people act delusional. That's what that is. When people are sitting there saying crazy things, look like they're just Team 2K, they're just acting delusional, bro. All right, look at the comment, y'all. Um, I'm even coming from just too smooth for you 2 weeks ago. I agree, then disagree with you, because if somebody wants to play like Kobe, they can make a similar build and replicate it. But where they don't know is how to use the build. Yes, that's facts. And they say things like, "Oh, I can shoot, but I'm a pass in this game." But look for me in the corner. Those types should stop playing entirely. But I hear what you're saying. It's a game. It's supposed to be fun, not so competitive. We ain't paying for money in a wreck. I mean, yeah, I mean, what I'm basically saying is make a build that fits your style of play. Like y'all see in the background when I'm making this video, it's just a lot of clips of Nolo, right? But I told y'all the type of player Nolo is. He can do a little bit of everything, which I've been seeing that. Whether it's getting blocks, whether it's getting dunks, whether it's hitting threes, it's an all around type of player, right? But that fits my style of play. See what I'm saying? Now, did I make a build video about this? No, because I know people on in the world they're not gonna have the same play style or mindset as me. So I know if I make this a build video, it's gonna make other players and the rec experience worse because they're gonna make a build that doesn't fit their style of play. All right, now it was coming from JB Swoovy 2 weeks ago. I guess I can say your opinion is not wrong. I think most people need to use build videos for more of a template than just copy and paste. But my thing is when you even the template stuff, like making a build is really not that difficult. Like obviously the freedom that we used to have is no longer there. Like me personally, I feel like we need to go back to 2K19 builder because I feel like that's when it was more balanced and it was consistent, right? You had a double takeovers, meaning when you takeover actually meant something. I feel like we need to go back to that. But my thing is builds, like all you have to do is have a play style. Like if you like to shoot, make a build that can shoot. Like I mean, it's simple, but it's like people they can't like a lot of people they want to do a little bit of everything. Like Nolo's build is not a good passer, but he's not a guard. He's a small forward. You know what I'm saying? He's a 6'7" small forward. So if I make a build and I have to sacrifice something, guess what, Nolo? I'm gonna put like a 40-50 pass accuracy because he's not a guard. See what I'm saying? But some people they need that. They want the high 80 and things like that. So they're gonna struggle making a build because they want to do everything, right? But let me get to the comment. I've used somebody's build as a I mean as a template before. The last time I actually used a template build was Shakedown, but that was 2K23, where he was. I think that's because they weren't even showing. They were like late on showing like gameplay or something like that, and I was like, I don't want to mess up on my build. And I looked at Shakedown's build and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make something similar to what he made. He made like a Jalen Brown, Paul George type of build, and I was okay. I like that build. I'm gonna make something similar to it, right? But I still have my own type of play style. But I get what you're saying. Now we have a comment from Beeman. He says sports games are a popular genre on Twitch. This is what I be talking about, bro. 2K is gonna always have low Twitch viewership. I don't know what some of y'all be saying no more, bro. Like I don't know what some of y'all be saying. Like what? Two sports games aren't a popular genre on Twitch. Yeah, not anymore. 2K is gonna always have a low Twitch viewership, bro. At this point, I don't even know what I can say with some of y'all in the comments, bro. Y'all work want to be invited to 2K to, yeah, that's what it seemed like. Comment from B more. Now we got a comment from Squadell. Complain about GTA 6. Yeah, I don't know why he said that. I mean, the only thing people might complain about GTA 6 is the servers because there's gonna be so many people on the game. I mean, the servers might not even be allowed to be on because there's gonna be so many people trying to play at the same time. That's the only complaint they might get is the servers aren't working because you're gonna have so many people trying to play. But other than that, I don't know why direct people were gonna complain about GTA 6. I didn't see people complain about GTA 5. Not that I know of. But hey, now we have a comment from I don't think I ever used this coming from Jimmy Demi. I don't think I ever used build videos to make my builds. A lot of build videos are very misleading, but I watch them just to see how people are being creative with the builder. At the end of the day, I'm going to make what I want to make. So I can't blame that. That's what I'm saying. But there's people out there, they'll have a game to where they're missing shots or they're getting cooked. They'll go right on YouTube and look for a build and think that's gonna save them. That's why, like I said, the rec improving on experience is horrible. Because you got a lot of players out there who have no identity. None. Now we have a comment from JB. I stopped using build videos in 2K23. Only started playing at the end of 2K22. People need to make builds that cater to their own playstyle. Been making my own builds since started 2K24. I mean, I'm in my own builds regardless. Like I remember when I made Cody's build and some of y'all were like, Jay, that build not it. Something with my center build. I was like, bro, my center gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? People were like, nah, Jay, yo, that center build not it. You don't got no pass accuracy, Jay. Like, you don't need stand and dunk on a 7 footer. Like, I did what I wanted to do. And I told y'all what I was gonna do on my center, and I was right. A lot of y'all kept talking to me, telling me the build not it. But wonder how I continue to stay on go tier on my center with randoms. Because I told y'all I knew what I wanted to do and I had a play style. Now we were coming from David McKnight 2 weeks ago. For real, it's like making a sharpshooter, but don't know how to time shots. Facts. People be having 99 threes all the time and be scared to shoot. But see, that's what I'm talking about. If you make a build with a 99 3, there's no excuse to why you don't even have at least probably six threes attempted in that game. Because you have a 99 3. That's your best ability. You got to shoot, right? I would hope so. I mean, why do y'all think y'all see Nola in the background trying to slash a lot? Yes, you see him hit a lot of threes in the corner because a lot of these games, and you all play with randoms. Like in these games, you see we playing with randoms. A lot of you need spacing, so therefore, yes, you're gonna see Nolo shoot the ball a lot, right? In these background clips, but a lot of them, you're seeing him attack the basket because he has a 99. He has a 99 driving dunk, right? So that's what you're supposed to use it with. But my whole point is we were using the main thing really. Um, we get to the comment, and y'all know if we don't get to every comment, we'll get to another one. Now, another comment, this time from Control Booknight. Most of these build videos are the same builds at different positions and just add-ons. We are in an era of gaming where you can be patched and nerfed. Half these builds are coming out and going dead within half a season. And some people don't even know how to build their quarter of style of play. See, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Like, if anybody out there right now, you're watching this video and you're a player to where you're struggling big time, right? Let's say you can't shoot, you can't get any stops, and you tired of that. You might have to just stop playing. Trust me, I don't play this game every single day. There's days where I play college football and I do my own thing. I make all of those characters that y'all been seeing, right? If you've been playing almost every season and you are struggling, it just you gotta one stop playing online. That's number one. I feel like a lot of y'all that continue to play bad, which I'm not saying the ones that are making these comments are playing bad. I'm just saying somebody out there because I got a lot of people that watch me, right? Anybody out there that's really playing bad, you just got like stop taking your talents to online. If you know you just not there, you're not it. And I'm not saying you got to be good. I'm just saying you're not even effective. You're not even impactful for when you're playing with randoms. I mean, that's how bad some people are in this game. I ain't gonna lie. Now you're coming from Kazi. As of here in the rec player, if you're shooting guard or small forward, you expect your matchup to have either 99 perimeter or 90 or 99 steal. 93 is so repetitive. I mean, yeah. My thing is, I'm still seeing guards with 93s and they're not shooting. They're scared to shoot. They be wide open. It should be sad to see, bro. Now you ever coming from Florida made? Yo, you saw my Cowboys get Joe Milton. I remember you said you wanted him. Yeah, I did see that. I did want us to get Joe Milton, but I guess I don't. What did y'all trade? What a fourth for him? I'm probably gonna go live during the draft, by the way, too, y'all. So stay tuned for that because I want to see where these teams go with their draft picks and see what they do. We know some players are gonna fall. I mean, it happens every year, but I mean, we'll see. That starts tomorrow. But let's see if we get another comment. Good video from the motivational gamer. Good video. Thanks, need to hear this always. I always when I do these videos about like telling y'all to stay patient and just keep doing what you're doing because I feel a lot of people they're in mind of they want to give up so fast, and it's like if you truly love doing something that you're doing, like how I love making content, I'm not gonna just stop because I didn't reach a goal or I'm not getting more people. Like, no, I'm gonna continue to do things I love to do. Like I told you before, right? And I feel like there's something right now. You wanna make videos, but you can't get no views. Shouldn't be your focus. Shouldn't be your focus at all. You worried about editing and things like that. Like, oh, I don't got a thumbnail. I don't know how to edit. Do you see any editing in this video? Do you see any thumbnails in this video? No. There's gonna be, a picture, right? That's gonna be the thumbnail, but it's not gonna be something 3D. Because I feel like it's like some of y'all are worried about what somebody else gonna say. I used to be one of those people to where somebody say something about me, I'm it's gonna feel like I don't like it. It probably might affect me. It's gonna make me irritated. When I started making content and I realized that happens all the time, I use that as motivation to where okay, people don't like to see me win. They don't like to see me happy. I'm gonna keep going. All right, let me get another comment. Now we have a comment from Dylan. He says this 2 weeks ago. Pro play literally is the catalyst for all the damn canned animations. Pro play doesn't like to play defense. Yeah, the pro play engine gotta go, bro. It's gotta go. I mean, it's plain and simple. Plain and simple. Comment from Kazi 2 weeks ago. Dominic plays the game and makes different builds. I be seeing on his YouTube videos. He moves the same on every build. He's the last person to be talking about pro play. Just means limited to gameplay. Yeah, I don't know what Downward was on. We're coming from Rondo 20. He says it's old saying from somebody in the government said anybody can be brought that's already been brought. Once you've seen this known. Hold on. He says folks is not going to up on 2K Financial anymore, so I guess that's what they get scrap change, like 5, 10K checks, 15K checks. Oh yeah, they're not gonna do say nothing bad. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but my thing is, it doesn't end well because we seen what happened with the Stacks Montanas. You see what I'm saying? Like we seen what happened. You can go on his YouTube channel right now and see how it looks. It's not where he should be. Meaning Stacks should be uh, bigger than what he is right now. Pause. Meaning he has over 1 million subs on his YouTube channel. He should be his videos should be popping, which they were when I was growing up. Because he used to be Stacks. That has changed now. It's like I said, I knew we lost him when he started talking about he played a WNBA mode. He played a WNBA mode when he's riding his homeboys. But I was like, bro, at this point it's over with, bro. You know what I'm saying? But even if that's the case, to where 2K sending out 5K, 10K, 15,000 to these people, it's like, is that technically selling your soul? Because you're basically saying, which again, I'm not confirming that's what's going on. It could be. Basically, what they're saying is, hey, we're gonna offer you this money, but you can't speak on what you want to say. You can't say nothing negative. You can't say no type of criticism. We'll see what happens though. I mean, it's just every day I look at the community, especially on the internet, people send me things. It's like, bro, like people are afraid to speak their mind on what's really going on. And I'm being honest, like, bro, you saw how people are happy that Stacks got fired. Nobody feels bad for Stacks. Nobody does. People are like, that's what he gets because he was a sellout. That's how people feel about him, and they have every right to feel that way. Bro, Stacks had this, and I don't even think some of y'all knew this, but if I didn't say this before, Stacks had a story time, or it used to be real nigga moments or something like that with Stacks. This dude used to have a topic called fat bitches. Like, I don't think y'all don't understand. Stacks was a complete different person back then. See what I'm saying? And the younger people, well, bro, J man, people, he probably grew up and realized like, he gotta be adultish. Or maybe 2K gave him that offer opportunity and it changed everything to where he was no longer the same person. It happens a lot. I mean, you see it happen with a lot of content creators. But to see it happen with Stacks was just more disappointing because he was somebody who had a big voice and he was known to a community. See what I'm saying? But I'm out of here. I'm gonna catch y'all later though. Y'all be good. I'm out. I don't know when we're ever gonna have a debate. If we do, like I said, I'm not gonna force somebody to do anything. Whenever somebody's wanting to, whenever anybody's ready to do it, I'm gonna try to be available. But I really want that to happen because I want people to really express on how they feel about what's going on in the community and the game, and speak on the state of this game, so we can actually figure something out and try to see this game improve instead of it going downhill every single time we see this game in this company. But other than that, it's your boy Jamin. I'm gonna sign out here, y'all. Y'all be good. I'm out.